Hey everybody, welcome back to Twin Oaks Family Farm in rural Southeast Ohio, USA. Thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel, Twin Oaks Farm Poultry. Drew is here with me. Our youngest son is Tanner. This is a Saturday show and tell and share video, so we're going to show you what's in our little cooler and give you both my reaction and Drew's reaction to it. It's a new product that we've been trying. We're not compensating anything for trying it or telling you about it, but we just want to tell you about it. So also we'll go into the barn after that. We've got just over 400 Cornish rock cross meat chickens. These are chickens that are being raised specifically for poultry production, and they are 39 days old. So that's going to be our Saturday show and tell and share today. Show you a product that I really like, and we'll also get Drew's reaction on it and show you the meat birds at 39 days old. So Drew, you know what's in here already? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to get them out and then I'll change the direction that we have the camera. So my favorite bad habit is actually Dr. Pepper, and I'm trying really hard to not consume much Dr. Pepper or any kind of soda. That's all that's in there, guys. That's all that's in there. Or any kind of regular soda pop, because what I'm really trying to avoid consuming is high fructose corn syrup and food dyes. So Drew, do you drink soda pop?
Yep.
What's your favorite kinds of soda pop then? Do you have some favorites? Like you're going down a mile out the road to the convenience store, what are you getting?
I don't know. Whatever I feel like that day.
Whatever you feel like that day. You would be likely to get root beer or Mountain Dew, right? Yeah. Okay, so I would be likely to get Dr. Pepper. Drew would be likely to get Mountain Dew or root beer. What do your brothers usually get? I think oldest, he usually gets Mountain Dew, probably. Middle, I'd
Pepsi.
say Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. Hey, I've said this in a video before, but you didn't hear this. Drew, did you know that in the Mid-Ohio Valley, there's an ingredient made in a chemical plant that is put into Pepsi, and it's a proprietary recipe, meaning they don't tell everybody the recipe. So, you know, it's like held kind of in secret so that they can have it and put it into soda, but it goes into Pepsi as a foaming agent. Did you know that? It's made right here in the area of the world that we live in. And so it was explained to me just about a week ago when I was at an event at a local career center technical school called Washington County Career Center in Southeast Ohio. It was explained to me there that one of the chemical plants here in the Mid-Ohio Valley makes a foaming agent that goes into Pepsi, and that is why if you pour Pepsi in a glass and pour Coke in a glass and compare them, did you know Pepsi foams more than Coke?
Yep.
I never knew that in all my years, and that's why. It's because of something that's put in it. And so that, you know, kind of made me think of, and just goes to kind of my goal of, I kind of want to avoid like additives in my foods and in my beverages that are just there for like a reason like that, and that aren't like actually contributing to my well-being. So at any rate, so I've been trying to avoid soda. It helps to have an alternative beverage that I can enjoy. So I decided to try Olipop. If y'all have tried Olipop, have any feedback on it, let me know. So this is, Drew, do you know where Olipop is made? You have any guesses? It is a USA product, made in USA, out of
Orlando, California.
Well, Orlando sounds like Florida. Is there an Orlando, California? What do you got?
Oakland.
Oakland, that sounds right. Oakland, California. Okay, so it's a USA product, Olipop, and there's actually lots and lots and lots of flavors. These are the ones that I've tried that I like. So this one is Ridge Rush, this one is called Dr. Goodwin, and this one is Crisp Apple. Both of these have a little bit of caffeine in them. This one does not, I don't think, and there are way more flavors. I've tried some flavors that I didn't like. These three flavors I do like. So this one is supposed to mimic Dr. Pepper. Drew, have you had this one? Dr. Goodwin? Okay, so yes or no, does it taste like Dr. Pepper?
No.
No, I agree with you. It doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper. Your opinion, yes or no, do you like it?
Somewhat.
Middle of the road. More yes than no, or more no than yes?
Just middle.
So if you were going to pick from these three, would you pick it to drink? Yes or no? No. Okay. So it is supposed to be like kind of a attempt at Dr. Pepper, I think, or to attract people that would otherwise drink Dr. Pepper. Are you being a camera hog today? Drew's not going to let you jump down because we don't want you to hurt yourself. That's a long way down from that truck bed. So I think it's supposed to be like appealing to people who would otherwise drink Dr. Pepper. If you try it, it's not going to taste exactly like Dr. Pepper. I do like it, and I'm a Dr. Pepper drinker if I'm going to pick out a soda. But like I said, with trying to avoid high fructose corn syrup, trying to avoid food dyes, I'm going for Olipop. Now this one is newer flavor from them, I think. And so this is probably supposed to appeal to people who would otherwise drink Mountain Dew. So have you tried Ridge Rush? Okay, we're getting the head nod. Yeah. I'm feeling some serious positive vibes here, so I don't know what to expect. Do you like Ridge Rush? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so of the three sitting here, is that the one you would pick?
Yeah.
Okay, and actually I really like it too. I like it as well as Dr. Goodwin. Maybe more, I don't know, but I like that one too. So both of those, if you do want to drink a soda alternative that does have a little bit of caffeine in it, you can. This one, Crisp Apple, is kind of like, so Drew, I'm going to say it's kind of like fizzy apple cider. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's meant to be refrigerated, served cold. I like it. You like the Crisp Apple? Okay, so I don't have to compete with Drew for Dr. Goodwin, but he will drink Ridge Rush and Crisp Apple. So, Drew, do you want to weigh in on this? Do you think there's any upsides, good points to drinking Olipop versus regular soda?
I don't know.
You're grasping at straws. Do you think there's any bad points, like where it's worse than or less attractive than?
It's a little different first drinking it.
Okay, so
from drinking regular soda.
Okay, so it's definitely
soda,
yeah.
The taste is different.
You're definitely going to notice a different taste. Also, do you think perhaps a little bit different texture, like in the syrupiness or thickness, maybe, and foaminess? Probably a different texture to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to say a couple things on the same questions I just asked you. Like, is there some good points? Well, let's start with, in a minute, I'll show you here the back of the can. I think one good point, and this is the like most important thing for me in my consideration of it, is the ingredients in it. I think that's the number one good thing this has going for it, the ingredients in it compared to traditional regular soda pops. Also, I think the calorie count in this is I know it's much lower than other sodas, so that's something it has going for it. And I think the taste is good. I think you have to take the opportunity to try some different ones and find the one you like, and and then go with that. Okay, so the downsides though, so your dad would definitely say he feels like this is definitely more costly, more cost investment than soda pop. But you pick your expensive is kind of one of those mindsets. Are you gonna invest your money in something that costs a little more up front, that's probably a lot better for your own well-being, or are you gonna invest the money in the detrimental health effects from the things that aren't good for you? So you kind of pick your expensive, but these do cost more than what you're gonna run into the convenience store and grab out of the cooler. Another downside, and I have not experienced this much. Have you? So this has a lot of fiber in it. So this one can, 12-ounce can, has 9 grams of fiber in it. So we need to consume fiber, and I'd have to look up to know like how many grams. But I read before I tried this that it can have the effect of making people feel like they are a little gassy. So, Drew, I'm gonna ask you point blank. Have you experienced that with any of the Olipop? Okay, so I've heard some of the other guys say that yes, they have experienced that. So if you're not consuming a significant amount of fiber in your diet and then you start to drink this, you might notice that, okay? So anyway, Drew, can you tell me, what are some other, do you know what some other flavors of Olipop are? We've had a few here. Do you remember any others? No. So there is like, there was a root beer. I think we tried it. Did you try it?
Yeah.
Did you like it or not?
I don't know.
Can't really remember it.
Yeah.
Wasn't real memorable. So that's probably a no if it wasn't real memorable. I tried vintage cola. I didn't really like it. There was an orange, a grape, a strawberries and cream. I think there might be a peach. There is a ginger ale, and there's a lemon, either lemon lime or lemon ginger, I think. I do want to try ginger ale and lemon ginger and just see if I like those. Okay, so I want to show you some of the, see if we can see the ingredients. Okay, so you can see, I'm having a hard time reading it because my camera's kind of in the way here of what I can see. Okay, but you guys can see there. So carbonated water, Ollie Smart is probably like their proprietary formula for what's in here for the fiber, but it tells you the ingredients there: cassava root fiber, chicory root inulin, Jerusalem artichoke inulin, Nepal cactus, marshmallow root, calendula flower, and kudzu root, and those are all asterisked, which I think means, I forget where I saw that. Maybe it's just extracts of that where it has the asterisk, okay? And then, so it also has apple juice concentrate, lemon juice, cassava root syrup, apricot juice concentrate, malic acid, stevia leaf extract, Himalayan pink salt, natural green apple flavor, okay? And so then a prominent flavor in the Dr. Goodwin is prune juice concentrate and plum juice concentrate and tart cherry juice concentrate with some natural spices. And this one has the caffeine. So green tea caffeine. It also has vanilla in it. And some prominent flavor in this one, the Ridge Rush, is, did you know this has orange juice concentrate in it, Drew? Lemon juice concentrate, orange juice concentrate, lime juice concentrate, lemon lime flavor, and it also has the green tea caffeine. And so yeah, there's what Drew was saying, Oakland, California, and you could go look at drinkolipop.com for pricing, and so you can order it directly from Olipop and have it shipped here. So this is I wanted to show you too. So 50 calories. Drew, do you have any idea what does like a 12-ounce can of soda calorie wise? Do we even know? I don't know. Do you know? Or even a 20-ounce bottle? Do you know? You all have.
Ounce, I'd say 120. Well,
I think it's more like 240 or 250 in a 20-ounce plastic bottle. Well, we don't know for sure, but I think it might be pushing like 250 calories in a typical 20-ounce soda bottle. So this 12-ounce can has 50 calories, and so you can see there, like this one, dietary fiber 9 grams. So that's like 32% of your daily allotment of what they say we should have. So about a third. So like these 3 cans, if you went ahead and consumed 3 cans in a day, that would just about meet your fiber need, it looks like, from what that's saying. And so it does have added sugar. That's in the stevia partly, I'm sure, and it tells you there contains caffeine from the green tea, and it does have some sodium. So those are things to consider. But as an alternative to soda, I'm thumbs upping the Olipop. Are you up or down?
Yep.
I don't know if I got to see the thumb. Okay, so thumbs up and thumb down. So I'm going to ask Drew for a favor, for a help, while we're finishing up this Saturday show and tell and share. Would you open the north door inside the chicken pen for me, please? Because he's tall and I'm not, and he can reach the clasp. So, and while he's doing that, we'll go and look at the birds, and they are 39 days old. Oh, and while Drew's getting that and we're starting in the barn, also on the Olipop, at least here where we are, Southeast Ohio, like we're seeing those around $3 a can. And that's why I think I mentioned my husband would say the cost of them is probably His least favorite thing about them, my husband does drink them as well. I think he likes the crisp apple, and the older boys seem to like the Ridge Rush. And Drew said he likes the crisp apple, and I like all three of those flavors that we showed out there. But we're seeing like $3 at $2.50 on sale to $3 a can. When you order it straight from Olipop in California, you can have it shipped through the mail, at least here in the US, and they're like $35 a 12 pack. So that is almost $3 a can. But if you do like a subscription service, where, you know, it'll be automated to like send you a standing order either every 2 weeks or every month, then that brings it to $30 for the 12 pack, which is still, it is a lot for soda, but it is, or, you know, in this case, a soda alternative, but it is a specialty product, specialty beverage. So, you know, I kind of liken it to like what we do with raising these chickens. You know, when I have boneless, skinless chicken breast made from these chickens, currently we charge $6.50 a pound for that chicken. And I know competitors that charge $8 and up a pound for boneless, skinless chicken breast. So at the typical grocery store, the chicken that you can buy there is going to be a lot lower price. But that's how we look at it with this chicken. This is a specialty product with a specialty process to raise it and produce it. So we have to use our overhead costs to figure out what price points we need to be at when we sell what we produce. So that's where we come up with $6.50 a pound. And so, you know, I imagine it's the same with a product like Olipop. It's a specialty beverage that's a soda alternative, and they have to have a price point that reflects what it takes for them to produce that product. So I'm thinking, if you're wanting an estimate, Drew, thank you so much for helping us with the video. Will you give us a wave or a smile or something? Oh, show me again, because the light was in the way. He's giving us a thumbs up. Drew, we appreciate your help. Thank you so much. That's our youngest son. He is a little bit tired today. We had football game last night, the night before recording this, 2 hours from home. His team won, so that improved their record by another win. On the season, they've played 8 games so far. I'm thinking their record is 2-6. 2 losses, 6 wins. I probably said it backwards as far as the order of them. But at any rate, so he's tired today, but he did get up and go do a little bit of, it's bow hunting season here. So he went and did a little bit of that and saw a nice, I think, a buck, but it wasn't in a place where he could get a clear shot at it. So that's the allure of the hunt. So he'll go another time. But anyway, I really appreciate his help. But like I was saying with the Olipop, I think if you're looking for a price estimate, at least, you know, throughout the United States, probably about $3 a can or so. But I do like it, and it is really helping me. And like I said, I think you kind of somewhat, you pick your expensive. And so I think that the trade-off, even though I'm paying more for a specialty product, because like what would be comparable to that here, a 20-ounce bottle, say, of Dr. Pepper, 20-ounce plastic bottle is, I think, $2.35. So yeah, more ounces, more quantity for probably about 65-70 cents less than a 12-ounce can of the Olipop. But I think the trade-off is I'm not consuming the high fructose corn syrup. I'm not consuming the caramel coloring, which is an additive in soda that's not good for us. And I'm not consuming the sodium benzoate. Check out your sodium benzoate. Check out, you know, what it does in the human body, what it tells your body to do or not do. And trust me, you're not going to be wanting to drink sodium benzoate. And it's an additive in sodas, regular and diet. So anyway, that's the Olipop. We wanted to show and tell and share that. We did order, we're ordered directly from Olipop. I tried some in the grocery store here before we set that up, but set up like a subscription with a frequency and a standing order from Olipop. And, you know, and they send you an email like, we're going to send this, you know, if you want to manage your order, you know, you get in there and manage it. But I really like it. And so, like I said, as far as the pluses, the minuses, the good, the bad. That's what I weigh in on those considerations. But it's worth it to me to have an alternative that helps me avoid the high fructose corn syrup and the sodium benzoate. And if I could get Dr. Pepper made with just regular sugar and no sodium benzoate, I would probably still opt to enjoy that. But you can't where I live anyway. It's all made with high fructose corn syrup. And you know, when I was a kid, I called all sodas Cokes because I was from Houston area, Gulf Coast, Texas area of Texas. But up here, I think most people call soda, they call it pop. What do they call it where you're at? We're showing you this bird here. This is an example of something that we really watch for with our birds at this age. Anywhere on from like 4 weeks on, when they're laying on their side, it's actually a risk situation where they could lose their balance and roll over on their back. And if that happens, that poses a suffocation risk, because that posture of a bird being on its back with its head resting on the ground can actually close up the airway and cause a suffocation risk. So, you know, we're always monitoring that they're not getting flipped over on their back. And there are instances where we have flock mortality because that happened, like say overnight at a time when someone's not out here, and the bird, you know, tired of holding its head up and keeping its airway open. Once that happens, if they don't have the energy to hold their head up and it lays back, then they're going to end up suffocating. So we're always watching. Wanted to show you this bird too. This is really interesting. See how all the birds are white feathered, okay? And sometimes, like you see an example there, sometimes their feathering doesn't grow totally in by the end of production. That's simply because these birds grow so fast that their skin expands so fast that the skin is actually expanding faster than they produce feathering, okay? And feathering is practically totally protein. It's 91% protein, feathers are. So, you know, they're eating, and well, they're finishing up this feeder. I was going to say, let's shove all the feed to the outside, but it pretty much is. So we'll be adding feed a little bit soon. But their feathering is about 91%. Each feather is like about 91% protein. The feed they're getting is a 22% protein value. So, you know, in the middle of production, when they're like 2 to 4 weeks old, a lot of that energy from the feed they'll put into the feathering. But now at the finished stage, their body is putting that protein energy into converting the feed to meat to distribute into the chicken breast and the thighs and the drumsticks. So that's why sometimes they're not well feathered. But I wanted to show you this bird. So see how they're all white feathered and how this bird has some brown? So that's just a natural quirk in that bird. It's not stained. It's natural feathering. So, you know, some chickens are red, some chickens are brown feathered, and this one actually just has some brown and red. Sorry. I was trying to kind of spread that out a little to show y'all, but it really doesn't want me to do that. So just has some brown and red to its feathering. So that's really interesting, because most of the time with your Cornish short cross meat chickens, the feathering is totally white. But every now and then in a flock, we'll get one or a couple that will have some little bit of random brownish red feathering that expressed in that bird's feather coloring. So that's really kind of interesting. It's just, you know, in that particular bird, the genetics for a little bit of feather coloring expressed. But typically in Cornish short cross meat chickens, that does not express, okay? So like we told you, these birds are actually 39 days old. The longest we will raise meat birds to is 42 days. And this flock is going to the processor for poultry at 41 days, okay? So they are very close to the end of poultry production. And if you're eating whole chickens, if you're making a beer can chicken on your grill from a whole chicken, if you're eating boneless, skinless chicken breast, if you're eating drumsticks, you're eating chicken thighs, throwing some wings on the grill, these Cornish short cross meat chickens is probably where the chicken you're consuming is coming from. Throughout the world, Cornish short cross meat chickens are the most popular chickens for meat production, for poultry meat that's going to be consumed by people. So these birds are where it's at for poultry production. Cornish Rock Cross Meat Chickens. Thanks for joining us for Saturday Show and Tell and Share. We sure hope you'll join us again, and we pray for many abundant blessings on y'all. Thanks for supporting our channel. God bless you.